In a galaxy far away, there was a brave human soldier named Alex. He was on a special mission to explore new planets. Alex loved his job. He was curious and always ready for adventure. One day, while flying his spaceship through the stars, he noticed something strange on his radar. It was a small ship, and it seemed to be in trouble. Alex decided to check it out. As he flew closer, he could see that the ship was damaged. Smoke poured from its sides, and it spun slowly in space. Alex felt a mix of excitement and worry. He knew he had to help. He landed his ship nearby and put on his spacesuit. The moment Alex stepped out of his ship, he felt the cold air of space. He looked at the broken ship, wondering who was inside. Taking a deep breath, he walked carefully toward the damaged vessel. It looked old and worn, but he could see that it had beautiful designs on it. The colors shimmered in the starlight. As he approached, Alex heard a faint sound. It was a soft crying noise. His heart raced. Was someone hurt? He quickly opened the door of the alien ship. Inside, he saw an alien mother lying on the floor. She looked weak and scared. Her skin was a bright blue, and she had large, sparkling eyes. Next to her were two small figures, her twin children. They looked just like her, but smaller. They were trembling and clinging to their mother. "Don't be afraid. I'm here to help," Alex said gently, trying to comfort them. The twins stared at him with wide eyes. They had never seen a human before. They were scared, but there was something kind in Alex's voice that made them feel a little safer. The mother looked up at Alex. "Please," she said weakly, "we need help. Our ship was attacked. We barely escaped." Tears filled her eyes. Alex felt a pang of sadness in his heart. He knew how dangerous space could be. Alex knelt beside the mother. "What happened? Can you stand?" he asked softly. She shook her head, unable to move. The twins watched, their eyes full of fear. Alex reached into his first aid kit, which he always carried for emergencies. He quickly checked her injuries. She had cuts and bruises, but nothing too serious. He felt relieved. "Stay calm. I'm going to help you," he said. He carefully cleaned her wounds with antiseptic wipes. The mother winced in pain but held still. The twins watched their mother with worry, but they also watched Alex with curiosity. After treating her injuries, Alex looked at the twins. "What are your names?" he asked, trying to connect with them. The boy, who had bright yellow hair, whispered, "I'm Zia." The girl, with shimmering silver hair, said, "I'm Lyra." Alex smiled at them. "It's nice to meet you, Zia and Lyra. You're very brave." The twins felt a little better. They started to relax as they listened to Alex's kind voice. They watched him with big eyes, wondering what he would do next. Suddenly, the ship shook violently. Alex looked around, feeling the fear return. "We need to get out of here. Are there more enemies?" he asked the mother. She nodded, her face filled with worry. "Yes, they are looking for us. We have to leave." Without wasting any time, Alex helped the mother to her feet. She leaned on him for support. "Hold my hand," he said to the twins. Zia and Lyra reached out, taking his hands tightly. They trusted this human, even though they had just met him. They moved slowly through the broken ship. Alex led them toward the exit. The twins looked around in wonder. They had never seen a human before, and everything felt strange and exciting. Finally, they reached the door. Alex pushed it open and stepped outside. The stars twinkled above them like diamonds. He looked back at the damaged ship and then at the mother and her twins. "We need to hurry to my ship. It's safe there," he said. They ran toward Alex's spaceship. The twins giggled nervously, feeling both scared and thrilled. They had never felt this rush before. Alex felt a warm feeling in his heart. He was not just saving an alien family, he was making new friends. Once they reached his ship, Alex helped the mother inside first. The twins followed, their eyes wide with wonder as they looked around. Alex quickly closed the door and started the engines. As the ship lifted off, Alex took one last look at the damaged alien vessel. He hoped the attackers wouldn't follow them. The mother looked at him with grateful eyes. "Thank you for saving us," she said. "You are our hero." Alex smiled back, feeling proud. "We're safe now. I promise to protect you," he said. The twins cheered, feeling happy and safe for the first time in a long while. They knew they were on a new adventure, and with Alex by their side, everything would be okay. The rescue. As Alex's ship soared through the stars, he felt a sense of relief. The alien mother, named Syria, rested in a seat, while her twin children, Zia and Lyra, sat beside her. The hum of the engines filled the air, creating a calm atmosphere. Alex looked at them and smiled, trying to comfort them after the chaos they had just faced. "Are you feeling okay?" he asked Syria gently. She nodded, but her face showed worry. "I am better now, thanks to you," she replied, her voice soft but filled with concern. "But we need to find a safe place. The attackers may still be searching for us." Alex understood. He had to act quickly. "I know a safe spot," he said, his voice steady. "There's a hidden base on a nearby moon. It's well protected, and we can rest there." Syria looked relieved. "Thank you, Alex. I trust you." Zia and Lyra, listening closely, felt a mix of fear and hope. They had been through so much, but now they had a friend. The twins looked up at Alex with wide, trusting eyes. "Will you stay with us, Master?" Zia asked innocently. Alex's heart warmed at the word master. It made him feel important. "Of course, I will stay with you," he promised. As they approached the moon, Alex focused on the controls. The surface was rocky, with large craters and strange plants that glowed softly. "This place is beautiful," Lyra said, her eyes shining with excitement. "What is it called?" "It's called Luma 4, Alex replied, smiling at her curiosity. "It's a quiet moon. Not many people come here." He landed the ship smoothly in a small clearing surrounded by tall, glowing trees. Once the ship was on the ground, Alex turned to the family. "Let's get you inside. It's safer there," he said. He helped Syria stand, and the twins jumped up, eager to explore. They all stepped outside into the cool air. The moon's surface was unlike anything they had seen before. The ground sparkled as if covered in tiny stars. "Wow, look at the ground," Lyra exclaimed, jumping up and down. "It's amazing." "Be careful," Alex warned, laughing at their excitement. "We need to stay together." They walked towards a small entrance hidden behind some glowing bushes. Alex knew this base well. It had been abandoned for years, but it was still sturdy. Inside the base, the walls were made of shiny metal, and the air was fresh. Alex turned on the lights, and they flickered to life, illuminating the space. Syria looked around, taking in the new environment. "This place is safe?" she asked, her eyes scanning the area. "Yes, it is," Alex assured her. "We can stay here until it is safe to leave." He led them to a small room with comfortable seats and a table. "You can rest here. I'll make sure we're secure." As they settled in, Alex started checking the base for any supplies. He found some food packets and water. "I'm going to make sure we have everything we need," he told Syria and the twins. "You stay here and relax." While Alex worked, Syria turned to her children. "You see, my brave ones, we are safe now because of this kind human." Zia and Lyra smiled, their fears slowly fading. They looked at Alex with admiration. "Will you tell us a story, Master?" Zia asked. Alex turned, surprised but pleased. "A story? Sure. What kind of story do you want to hear?" he asked, wiping his hands on his pants. "A hero story," Lyra shouted. "Like you." Alex chuckled, feeling flattered. "Okay, let me think. He began telling them about a famous human hero from Earth who fought against space pirates. The twins listened closely, their eyes wide with wonder. As Alex spoke, he noticed Syria watching him with gratitude. He paused and looked at her. "I want you to know that I will protect you and your children," he said sincerely. "You are safe here." Tears filled Syria's eyes. "Thank you, Alex. I cannot express how much this means to us," she said softly. "You are our hero." Alex felt a rush of warmth. It was nice to hear those words, especially coming from someone who had been through so much. Suddenly, a loud noise echoed outside the base. Alex froze. His heart raced. "Stay here," he said firmly, and he quickly moved to the window. He peered outside and saw shadows moving among the trees. "They found us," Alex whispered, panic rising in his chest. He turned back to the family. "We need to prepare. The attackers are close. Syria, I need you to keep the twins quiet." Syria nodded, fear showing on her face. She took Zia and Lyra's hands, squeezing them gently. Alex grabbed a small device from his bag. It could send a signal for help if needed. He quickly activated it and set it down in a corner, hoping it would not be needed. He turned to the family, determination on his face. "I will protect you. Just stay close to me and be quiet. We will get through this together." The twins nodded, their faces serious. They knew they had to be brave, just like Alex. As the shadows grew closer, Alex prepared for the worst. He felt a mix of fear and courage. He had made a promise to protect this family, and he would do everything he could to keep them safe. Together, they would face whatever danger lay ahead. A new home. The shadows outside the base moved closer, but Alex stayed calm. He glanced at Syria and the twins, who were huddled together, their eyes wide with fear. "Stay close to me," he whispered, his voice steady. "We're going to be okay." Outside, the noise of footsteps grew louder. Alex felt his heart pounding. He had promised to protect this family, and now he had to be brave. He moved to the window again, peeking outside. In the dim light, he could see several dark figures approaching. They looked like the same aliens who had attacked Syria's ship. "Stay quiet," he urged, and the family nodded. The twins squeezed their mother's hands tightly. They felt scared, but also trusted Alex. He was their protector now. As the aliens drew nearer, Alex thought quickly. He needed a plan. He looked around the base, searching for anything that could help. Suddenly, he spotted an old emergency supply box in the corner. He rushed over and opened it. Inside, he found some basic weapons, like a stun blaster and a few energy shields. "This is good," he said, feeling a sense of relief. He grabbed the stun blaster and activated an energy shield. "These will help us if we need to defend ourselves." He turned to Syria. "I want you to stay behind the shield with the twins. If anything happens, protect them." Syria nodded, her face showing both fear and determination. "We trust you, Alex," she said softly. The twins looked up at their mother, feeling brave. They knew Alex would keep them safe. As the aliens reached the base, they stopped outside, speaking in a harsh language. Alex could see their angry faces. They were looking for Syria and her children. Alex's heart raced, but he stood firm. He had to protect them, no matter what. Suddenly, one of the aliens shouted, "They're inside. Find them." The group of aliens rushed towards the entrance. Alex quickly turned to Syria and the twins. "Get ready," he warned, taking a deep breath. Just as the aliens burst through the door, Alex fired the stun blaster. A bright light shot out, hitting the first alien. It fell to the ground, unconscious. The other aliens hesitated, surprised by the sudden attack. "Now," Alex shouted, guiding Syria and the twins behind the energy shield. The twins looked at each other, excitement and fear mixing in their eyes. They wanted to help but knew they had to stay safe. More aliens poured into the room. Alex fired again, stunning another attacker. The room filled with noise as the alien shouted and scrambled around. Alex felt a rush of adrenaline. He was fighting for this family, and he would not let them down. Syria watched Alex in awe. He was brave and strong, just like the heroes in her stories. She felt proud to be with him. "We can help too," Zia said, his voice full of determination. "We want to fight." Alex turned to the twins, surprised. "Are you sure? It's dangerous," he said, but the twins nodded, their faces serious. "We can do it," Lyra insisted. "We have to help you." Alex took a deep breath, knowing he needed all the help he could get. "Okay, stay close and listen to me. If I give you a signal, you run to safety." "Understood." The twins nodded, ready to prove themselves. With newfound energy, Alex continued to fight off the aliens. He moved quickly, dodging attacks and firing his blaster. The twins watched closely, learning from him. Syria, feeling inspired, found a metal rod nearby. "I can help," she shouted, swinging the rod at the closest alien. With a surprising strength, Syria knocked the alien off balance. Alex smiled, feeling proud of her bravery. "Great job, Syria," he cheered. The twins clapped, feeling encouraged. They wanted to be brave just like their mother and Alex. As the battle raged on, Alex noticed that the aliens were starting to retreat. They were overwhelmed by the unexpected resistance. "Keep it up," Alex shouted, feeling the tide turn in their favor. Finally, with one last powerful blast from the stun blaster, Alex sent the last alien tumbling out of the base. The remaining attackers quickly fled, realizing they were no match for the brave human and the determined alien family. Breathing heavily, Alex turned to Syria and the twins. "We did it. We fought them off," he said, excitement bubbling in his chest. The twins cheered, feeling proud of themselves. They had faced danger and come out victorious. Syria hugged her children tightly, tears of relief in her eyes. "Thank you, Alex. You are truly our hero," she said, her voice filled with gratitude. Alex smiled, feeling warm inside. "I couldn't have done it without you all. You were amazing." After the battle, the group took a moment to catch their breath. The base was quiet now, but the danger wasn't completely gone. Alex knew they had to be careful. "Let's make this our home," he said, looking around the base. "We can fix it up and make it safe for all of us." The twins nodded excitedly, ready for a new adventure. "What can we do?" Lyra asked. Alex grinned. "We can clean, organize, and make it comfortable. It will be our home together." And so they began to work. Alex showed them how to clear out the old supplies and set up their new living space. The twins found fun in helping. They laughed and joked as they carried things, and Syria watched with a smile. As the day went on, they transformed the base into a cozy home. They decorated with colorful items they found, making it feel welcoming. It was a new beginning for them all, and Alex felt a sense of joy. He had found a family in the most unexpected way. As night fell, they gathered together, feeling safe and happy in their new home. Alex realized that he had not only protected them, but had also built a strong bond with them. They were more than just friends now. They were family. Learning together. The sun rose over Luma 4, casting a soft glow through the windows of the base. Alex stretched and yawned, feeling refreshed. He looked around the cozy space they had created. The walls were bright, and colorful items decorated the room. It felt like home. As he got up, Alex heard laughter coming from the main area. Curious, he walked out to see Syria and the twins busy at work. They were preparing breakfast. Zia was trying to stack some strange fruit they had found, while Lyra giggled as she tried to help him. "Good morning," Alex said, smiling at the scene. "What are you making?" "Breakfast," Zia replied proudly, holding up a small round fruit that glowed faintly. "We found these. They look tasty." Syria joined them, holding a few fruits in her hands. I hope they are safe to eat. We should be careful, she said, her voice filled with love and concern. Alex chuckled, feeling grateful for Syria's cautious nature. Let's test one and see how it tastes. I'll go first. He picked up a fruit, took a bite, and chewed slowly. Mum, it's sweet and juicy. You should try it. Encouraged, the twins eagerly took bites of their fruits. Yummy. Lyra exclaimed, her eyes lighting up with joy. These are delicious. With breakfast finished, Alex felt a spark of excitement. Today, we should learn together. I want to teach you about Earth and how we live there. The twins clapped their hands in delight. Yes, please, they shouted it in unison. They gathered around a small table, and Alex began his lesson. Earth has many different places. There are big cities, tall mountains, and vast oceans, he explained. We have many cultures and languages. It's a beautiful planet. Syria listened closely, her heart swelling with pride for her children. They were eager to learn, and Alex was a wonderful teacher. What about your animals? Zia asked, his eyes wide with curiosity. Alex smiled. Oh, we have so many. There are dogs, cats, birds, and even wild animals like elephants and lions. Each one is special. He paused for a moment, thinking of his own pet dog back on Earth. Dogs are our best friends. They are loyal and love to play. Can we have a dog here? Lyra asked, bouncing in her seat. I want to play with one. Alex laughed, picturing the twins playing with a dog. Maybe someday we can find a pet for you. It would be fun. He could see how much the idea excited them, and he made a mental note to keep an eye out for friendly creatures on the moon. Now let's learn about how we communicate, Alex said, pulling out a small device. It was a translator. This helps us understand each other, even if we speak different languages. Syria watched in amazement as Alex pressed a button. The device lit up and started translating their words. Wow, that is amazing, she exclaimed, seeing the words appear on the screen. Zia and Lyra leaned closer, fascinated. Can it talk like us? Zia asked, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Kind of, Alex replied. It helps us understand each other better. Let's try it. He started asking questions in English, and the translator converted them into Syria's language. The twins giggled as they tried to answer back. It was a fun game. After some time, Alex decided to teach them some Earth games. How about we play a game together? He suggested. I will teach you how to play tag. The twins jumped up, filled with energy. Yes, we want to play, they shouted. Alex led them outside, where the soft ground sparkled in the sunlight. Okay, here are the rules. One person is it and tries to tag the others. If you get tagged, you become it, he explained. Let's start, Lyra shouted. I want to be it first. They began to run around, laughter filling the air. Lyra chased Zia, who squealed with delight as he dodged and ducked. Alex watched, feeling happiness wash over him. He loved seeing the twins enjoy themselves and feel safe. As they played, Syria joined in. I want to be it next, she said, and the twins cheered her on. They all ran together, creating a fun and lively scene. Alex felt a deep sense of belonging. He had found a family and a home. After playing for a while, they collapsed on the soft ground, panting and giggling. That was so much fun, Zia said, wiping sweat from his brow. Can we play again? Of course, Alex replied, feeling a warm glow in his heart. But first, let's take a break and drink some water. As they rested, Alex realized how much they had grown together. They were learning and exploring new things every day. He felt a sense of responsibility to help them continue to grow. Tomorrow, we can learn more about Earth's technology, he said, thinking about the gadgets and tools he had brought with him. You'll love it. There are many amazing inventions. The twins' eyes widened in excitement. Yes, we want to learn everything. they shouted, their voices full of joy. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with beautiful colors, Alex felt grateful for this new life. He had started as a soldier on a mission, but now he had a family who looked up to him. They were learning together, creating memories, and building a future. Syria smiled at Alex, her eyes sparkling. "Thank you for sharing your world with us. You have brought us hope and happiness." Alex felt a rush of warmth. "Thank you for being a wonderful family. I'm glad we're together." They sat together under the beautiful sky, feeling safe and happy. Together, they were building a new home, filled with love, laughter, and endless learning. Trouble returns. The sun rose brightly over Luma 4, filling the base with warm light. Alex awoke early, feeling energized and ready for a new day. He stepped outside, breathing in the fresh air. The peaceful sounds of the moon surrounded him, soft rustling from the glowing trees and distant chirps from strange creatures. As he walked around, Alex thought about how much had changed since he first met Syria and her twins. They had become a family, sharing laughs and learning together. But he also remembered the danger they had faced. The thought made him uneasy. "Good morning, Alex." Zia's cheerful voice broke his thoughts. The twins came running out, bright smiles on their faces. "We're ready for another day of learning," Lyra exclaimed, bouncing with excitement. "Good morning, you two," Alex replied, smiling back. "I'm glad to see you both so happy. Today, we can continue our lessons, but we also need to stay alert for any trouble." The twins nodded, sensing the seriousness in his voice. They understood that danger could come back at any time. "We will be careful," Zia promised, determination shining in his eyes. As they prepared breakfast, Syria joined them. She had been gathering more of the strange fruits they had found. "These will be good for our meal," she said, holding up a handful of glowing fruit. "They have been filling and tasty." After breakfast, they gathered around the table. "Let's review what we learned yesterday," Alex suggested. "Who remembers what animals I told you about?" The twins raised their hands eagerly. "Dogs," they shouted in unison. "And elephants, too." "Great job," Alex praised. He was impressed by their enthusiasm. "Now let's talk about Earth's weather. It can change a lot, from sunny days to storms." Just as he was explaining, a loud noise echoed outside the base. The sound of heavy footsteps approached. Alex's heart dropped. He quickly looked out the window and saw dark figures moving in the distance. "No, it can't be," he gasped, recognizing the familiar shapes. "Alex, what's wrong?" Syria asked, her face suddenly pale. "It's them, the aliens who attacked us before," Alex said urgently. "They found us again." The twins gasped, their faces going pale with fear. "What do we do?" Lyra asked, her voice trembling. "Stay calm," Alex replied, trying to sound brave. "We need to prepare to defend ourselves." He quickly grabbed the stun blaster from where he had left it. Syria moved closer to her children, her protective instincts kicking in. "Alex, I can help," she said, determination in her voice. "I will fight for my children." "I know you will, but we must be smart about this," Alex said, glancing out the window again. The aliens were closer now, shouting and looking for them. "We need a plan." Alex took a deep breath, thinking quickly. "Syria, I want you to keep the twins behind the energy shield. I will try to hold them off at the door. If anything happens, run to the back room and hide. Understand?" The twins nodded, fear in their eyes, but also trust in their hearts. They knew Alex would protect them. Syria squeezed their hands. "We will be safe together," she assured them. "Okay, let's do this," Alex said, his heart racing. He moved to the door, feeling a mix of fear and bravery. He had fought for his life before, but this time it was different. He was fighting for his family. As the aliens reached the entrance, Alex opened the door just enough to see them. There were 3 of them, their faces filled with anger. "You cannot escape," one of them shouted. "We will take the mother and her children." With a burst of courage, Alex yelled back, "You will not take them. I will protect them." He fired the stun blaster, hitting the nearest alien. It fell to the ground, shocked and unable to move. The other two aliens looked at each other in surprise. "Get him," one of them shouted. They charged forward, and Alex fired again, hitting the second alien. It dropped to the ground, joining its companion. But the third alien was quick. It dodged and lunged at Alex. In a flash, Alex had to think fast. He grabbed a metal rod from the ground and swung it, knocking the alien off balance. "Stay back," he yelled, feeling adrenaline surge through him. Meanwhile, Syria kept the twins close behind the energy shield, their hearts racing as they listened to the chaos outside. "We must be brave," she whispered to them. "Alex is strong. He will fight for us." Just then, Alex saw the third alien recovering and preparing to strike again. He needed help. "Syria," he called out. "Now is the time. We need to fight together." Syria didn't hesitate. She grabbed a metal rod and rushed to Alex's side. Together, they faced the last alien. "We can do this," Syria shouted, feeling strength in her voice. With a team effort, Alex and Syria worked together to fend off the last alien. They moved as one, dodging and striking. Alex fired the stun blaster while Syria swung her rod with precision. Finally, with one last powerful blow, they knocked the alien down. It fell to the ground, unable to fight anymore. Breathing heavily, Alex looked at Syria and the twins, who had been watching closely. "We did it," he said, feeling a rush of relief. The twins cheered, excitement returning to their faces. "You are amazing, Alex," Zia shouted, running to hug him. "You too, Mom," Lyra exclaimed, hugging Syria tightly. "You helped save us." As they celebrated, Alex felt a surge of pride. They had fought off the danger together, and they were stronger as a family. But he knew they needed to be cautious. "Let's clean up and make sure they can't return," he said, looking at the fallen aliens. "We need to be ready for anything." Together, they worked to secure the base, feeling a renewed sense of safety. Even in the face of trouble, they had stood strong. They were a family, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. A brave battle. The day after their fight, the sun rose over Luma 4, casting a golden light across the landscape. Alex, Syria, Zia, and Lyra worked hard to make their base safe. They had pushed the fallen aliens outside, making sure no one could enter without a fight. Alex stood by the door, looking out at the horizon. "We need to stay alert," he said, his brow furrowed with worry. "The others might come back. We have to be ready." Syria joined him, her eyes scanning the area. "I can help guard the base," she said, her voice steady. "We can watch together." Zia and Lyra stood nearby, holding onto each other, nervous but brave. "Good idea," Alex replied, feeling grateful for her support. "Let's set up a watch. I'll take the first shift, then you can rest." The twins nodded, understanding the need to be cautious. "We can help too," Lyra declared, her small fists clenched in determination. "Okay," Alex said, smiling. "You can help by keeping an eye out for any strange movements." He knelt down to their level. "Remember, if you see anything unusual, you must tell us right away." As the morning passed, Alex watched the sky and the ground, staying alert for any signs of danger. The twins played quietly, practicing what they had learned. Syria worked nearby, making the area safer. She gathered rocks and branches, creating a small barrier around the base. Suddenly, Zia shouted, "Look! Over there!" He pointed toward a dark cloud forming in the sky. It was unusual, and the air felt heavy. Alex felt his heart race. "Everyone, get ready. It might be the aliens returning." He quickly grabbed his stun blaster and checked it. "Stay close to me," The dark cloud began to grow, swirling and moving closer. It was not just a cloud, it was a ship. Alex recognized it from before. "They are coming," he yelled. "Get inside now." Syria quickly ushered the twins into the base. "Stay hidden. Don't come out unless I say," she instructed firmly. The twins nodded, their eyes wide with fear. Alex positioned himself near the door, heart pounding. The ship landed, shaking the ground beneath them. The door of the ship opened with a loud hiss, and figures emerged. They were the same aliens from before, looking fierce and ready to fight. "Prepare for battle," Alex shouted, adrenaline coursing through him. He aimed the stun blaster at the first alien that stepped forward. It looked different, larger than the others, with a menacing glare. "Alex, be careful," Syria called from inside, her voice laced with worry. "I will," he replied, steeling himself for the confrontation. The lead alien raised its weapon, aiming directly at him. "This time, we will not fail," it growled, its voice echoing in the still air. Alex took a deep breath. "You will not take my family." He fired the stun blaster, hitting the lead alien. It staggered back, stunned but not out. More aliens rushed forward, their eyes blazing with anger. Alex fired again, trying to hold them off. He could hear the twins whimpering inside, and it pushed him to fight harder. "Stay strong. I'm here," he shouted, focusing on the battle. Syria, determined to protect her children, grabbed a metal rod and stepped outside. "I will fight too," she yelled, joining Alex. "Together, we can defeat them." "Syria, no," Alex shouted, but he couldn't stop her. They had to face this danger together. The aliens were closing in fast. Zia and Lyra peeked out from the door, their eyes wide with fear but filled with admiration for their parents. They watched as Alex and Syria fought side by side, their hearts racing. Alex and Syria worked as a team, dodging the aliens' attacks. Alex fired the stun blaster while Syria swung her rod with power. They moved quickly, trying to outsmart their attackers. "Keep pushing them back," Alex yelled, feeling the surge of courage. "We can do this." As the battle raged on, one alien charged at Syria, swinging a weapon toward her. In a flash, Alex jumped in front of her, using his body as a shield. The weapon struck him hard, sending him tumbling to the ground. "Alex," Syria screamed, rushing to his side. "I'm okay," he gasped, trying to stand. But the aliens pressed forward, seeing their chance to attack. "Get back inside," Alex shouted, struggling to his feet. "Protect the twins." Syria hesitated but then turned to the base. "Zia, Lyra, stay back," she yelled, pushing them further inside. "We will fight them off." The twins were scared but trusted their parents. They watched as the battle unfolded, their hearts racing. With determination, Alex stood tall again. He fired the stun blaster at the closest alien, hitting it directly. The alien fell, stunned, and unable to fight. "Keep fighting," Syria shouted, lifting her rod high. "We will not back down." Just then, Alex noticed something in the sky. More ships were coming. "They're bringing reinforcements," he yelled. "We need to finish this quickly." Syria nodded, and they fought with all their strength. Alex shot another alien, and Syria swung her rod, knocking another down. But there were too many. As the ships landed, more aliens poured out, surrounding them. Alex felt fear creeping in, but he pushed it aside. "We have to keep going. For our family." Together, they fought bravely, refusing to give up. Even as the odds seemed against them, they knew they had each other. "Stay together," Alex yelled, his voice strong. "We will not lose." The twins watched in awe as their parents fought with courage. They felt pride for Alex and Syria. They were not just fighting for themselves, but for their family. With one final push, Alex and Syria fought off the last of the aliens attacking them. But the battle was far from over. They had to prepare for what was coming next. A new family. The battle raged on, and the sky was filled with the noise of explosions and shouts. Alex and Syria fought side by side, their hearts pounding. They knew they had to protect their family at all costs. The twins watched from the safety of the base, their eyes wide with fear and admiration. Suddenly, a loud sound echoed across the battlefield. A new ship landed, much larger than the others. Alex's heart sank as he realized it was filled with even more aliens. "This is not good," he shouted, looking at Syria. "We have to get to the base." "Let's go," Syria replied, grabbing his hand. Together, they ran toward the entrance, trying to keep the twins safe. They reached the door just as the aliens poured out of their ship. "Get inside," Alex yelled, pushing Syria and the twins through the door. He quickly followed, slamming it shut behind them. Once inside, they took a moment to catch their breath. "What do we do now?" Zia asked, looking up at his father. "We hold the door," Alex replied, looking at the twins and Syria. "We can't let them in." He checked the stun blaster, ready for whatever would come next. Syria nodded, standing tall beside him. "We will protect our family," she said, determination shining in her eyes. Just then, they heard loud banging on the door. The aliens were trying to break in. Alex and Syria exchanged worried glances. "They are not giving up," Alex said, tightening his grip on the blaster. "We need a plan," Syria replied. "If we can outsmart them, we might have a chance." Alex nodded. "Let's create a distraction. Maybe we can confuse them." He thought quickly. "Zia, Lara, can you make noise and draw them away from the door?" The twins looked at each other, their fear mixed with excitement. "Yes, we can do that," Zia said, pumping his fist in the air. "Good," Alex said. "When I say go, start making noise and running around the back of the base. It will keep them busy." The twins nodded, ready to help. "We're brave," Lyra shouted, her confidence growing. Alex took a deep breath. "Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go." The twins ran to the back of the base, yelling and making as much noise as they could. Alex and Syria listened, hoping it would work. The banging on the door stopped for a moment as the aliens turned to chase the twins. "It worked," Alex exclaimed. "Now let's get out of here while we can." They quickly opened the door and slipped out into the open air. The aliens were distracted, running after the twins. "This is our chance," Syria said, feeling hope rise in her heart. As they moved toward the ship, Alex looked back at the twins. They were running fast, but there were still aliens closing in on them. "Hurry, we have to protect them," he shouted. Syria ran alongside Alex, her heart racing. "We need to cover them." She grabbed a metal rod from the ground and held it tightly. "Stay behind us," Alex yelled, firing the stun blaster at the nearest aliens. He felt a surge of strength as he fought for his family. The twins made it to the back of the base, and Alex and Syria fought bravely to reach them. The aliens were closing in, but they pushed forward, determined to protect their children. "Get to the ship," Alex shouted. "We'll hold them off." With a nod, the twins ran for the ship, their hearts pounding with fear and excitement. Syria and Alex continued to fight, using everything they had to fend off the aliens. Finally, they reached the ship, and the twins jumped inside. "We're safe," Lyra shouted, feeling a mix of joy and relief. But their battle was not over yet. Alex and Syria had to finish what they started. "We need to take down the ship," Alex shouted, pointing to the large alien ship nearby. Together, they fired their weapons at the ship, causing it to shake. "Keep going," Syria yelled, her heart racing. "We can do this." With one final blast, the ship exploded, sending pieces flying into the air. The remaining aliens panicked, retreating back to their ships. "We did it," Alex shouted, looking at Syria. We protected our family." They turned to the twins, who were cheering and jumping with joy. "You were amazing," Zia shouted, his eyes shining with pride. "You saved us." Syria smiled, tears of happiness in her eyes. "We did it together," she said, embracing her children tightly. "We are a family, and we will always protect each other." As the dust settled and the last of the aliens fled, Alex looked around. They had fought hard and won. But he knew their journey was just beginning. They were stronger now, and they had each other. "Let's go home," Alex said, taking Syria's hand. "We'll build a new life together, safe from danger." Together, the twins cheered, their voices filled with joy. As they walked back to their new home, Alex felt a warmth in his heart. They had faced danger and come out stronger. They were not just a group of survivors, they were a family. And as they settled in for the night, they knew they could face anything together.